sat across from him, and something in me shifted. For the first time, I wasn't scared of what he'd say next. I'm done shrinking.
And then he hit me with that look. You know the one, I'm about to blame you for something I forgot to do look.
I swear.
If this man breathes wrong, I'm filing a report. Stay with me. It gets worse.
Episode 6.
You ever wake up and just know someone's going to try you today? Like your spirit whispered, "Hey girl, be alert." Yeah, that was me this morning. I walked into that building already prepared for nonsense. Not because I'm negative, but because experience has literally trained me. Work shouldn't feel like a battlefield, but somehow it always does when you're dealing with someone who thrives on chaos. And I don't mean regular chaos. I mean that subtle, manipulative, psychological Olympics type of chaos. The kind that's disguised as, just doing my job, but you know it's personal. So I walk in, haven't even put my bag down, haven't even turned my computer on, and instantly, boom, pressure. Not real pressure, manufactured pressure. The kind that is created so someone can feel powerful for 5 seconds. And what makes it funny is that they really be believing it. But here's the thing about me now, I don't jump. I don't scramble. I don't panic over something that was never urgent in the first place. See, I've learned something extremely important about toxic people, in workplaces especially. Their power doesn't come from authority. It comes from confusion. If they can keep you spinning, doubting, rushing, apologizing, then they feel like they control the room. But the second you slow everything down and respond with actual facts, they glitch. Like a bad software update. And that's exactly what happened today. Because when he hit me with got that report line, I had a choice. I could have rushed. I could have apologized for something I didn't do wrong. I could have carried that fake urgency all day like a weighted backpack. But I didn't. I looked at the truth. I looked at the timestamp. And I looked at myself. And I said, no. We're not doing that today. There's something powerful about honoring reality instead of reacting to someone's distortion of it. It's like your brain finally steps out of survival mode and into clarity. And honestly, my clarity is the thing that scares him the most. Because when I first started here, I used to shrink. I used to over-explain. I used to triple-check things that didn't need checking because I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't want to be the target. I didn't want to make waves. But eventually, you realize the waves were coming regardless. And shrinking didn't save me, it just made me easier to hit. People like him don't attack you because you messed up. They attack because you exist in a way that reminds them of everything they're not. Confidence, potential, competence, peace. Peace really triggers people who don't have any. And I stopped apologizing for being good at my job. That's where the shift happened. When you stop bending, they break first. But let me tell you something nobody prepares you for. The moment you stop playing the game, they get louder. More dramatic. More unpredictable. It's like pulling the cord on a puppet. Suddenly the strings start whipping everywhere because you're not holding them anymore. Today was the perfect example. That question he asked me? That wasn't about a report. That was a temperature check. A test. A way of seeing if he could still set the tone for my day. And the answer was no. Not anymore. I've spent too much time studying patterns to fall for them now. The fake deadlines, the sudden panic, the manufactured emergencies, the shifting blame, the "why didn't you remind me?" the "I thought you had this." The silent treatment when you succeed. The nitpicking when you shine. It's a cycle, and cycles only continue when you spin with them. I'm not spinning anymore. Today I walked into that office with something I didn't have before, boundaries. Real ones, not the cute Pinterest ones. The kind you feel in your spirit. I'm done carrying stress that doesn't belong to me. I'm done absorbing feelings that aren't mine. I'm done letting someone else's insecurity become my problem. I used to think it was my job to fix the environment. To balance the energy, to keep the peace. But you can't keep peace with someone who feeds off conflict. You can't be reasonable with someone who benefits from confusion. And you can't be calm for someone who thrives on chaos. So I decided something. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to shine exactly as bright as I naturally shine. And however that makes him feel, that's not on me. Because his reactions are not my responsibility. His opinions are not my identity. And his stress is not my job description. Today is the first day where I truly feel like I'm stepping into myself. Not the version of me that shrinks. Not the version of me that tiptoes. Not the version of me that tries to avoid being targeted. No, I'm stepping into the version of me that sees everything clearly. The version that knows exactly what's happening, and refuses to let it shape who I am. He can push the narrative. He can twist the story. He can try the same cycle over and over. But cycles only work until somebody breaks them. And today, I broke it.